topic number one, I want to go back to the Champions Classic. You and I were there. We did a bunch of videos. We had Kevin Sweeney come meet at the Airbnb and record an 1.5 hour long podcast episode at 3 a.m. It was a fun time. There was too much deep dish pizza. You were sad for a while. Then I think you were happy for a while. The FanDuel Sportsbook is a great place in the United Center. We got to meet a lot of cool people from Twitter. All in all, great night with some moments that weren't so great for certain teams. But looking back now that we've had some time to let it settle in and not be so reactionary, I want you to give me 3 winners and 3 losers from the Champions Classic.
Okay. Is it okay if ours overlap?
Yeah.
Can we have the same one, or are you going to pick different ones than me?
I will pick the ones that I want to pick, regardless of if you pick them or not.
Okay. I think for starters, winner is Caleb Foster. And when I say Caleb Foster, I mean Duke's guards in general. I think I would give it to them all, because the fact that John Shire has the luxury of Caleb Foster, Jeremy Roach, Jared McCain, and Tyrese Proctor basically at his fingertips at all times, I just think that gives them so much versatility, and has me kind of back in on Duke, I guess, when I soured on them a little bit after that Arizona game and how they played. So I'll go Caleb Foster, Duke's guards. I'll go Hunter Dickinson, just because obviously 27 and 21, you can't argue with that. And outside of basketball last winter, can I go FanDuel Sportsbook?
Yes, of course.
In the United Center.
Of course.
I mean, that place is immaculate. I mean, they got the setup, they got all the TVs, the beverages are good. I really enjoyed myself in that spot, and it made it great for us to be able to watch the games too, on top of the games we got to saw live. So yeah, I think those are my 3 winners.
I love that. Yeah, I think those are all good answers. Yeah, I like the sportsbook shout out for sure. Hunter was absolutely a winner. I'll give my 3 winners. I only have one that overlaps with you. It is Hunter Dickinson. I'm shocked you didn't open with Hunter Dickinson. He was the story of the night to me, because it wasn't just that he was really good, right? He obviously was really good, but it was also that that was the full Hunter Dickinson experience on the biggest stage, on the number 1 team in the country, and he won the game, and he propelled a 10-point comeback. I
was going to say the whole time, not to cut you off, but when they went up by 11-0, I think to start the game, or 9-0, you're like, I need some adversity to go, and I want to see what Hunter does. And then Kentucky storms back, and you're like, what's going to happen? Leads the comeback.
Yeah, I said this. I said those words to you in the moment last night, but I said this even looking back on it today. Hunter's not supposed to do what he did last night. The Hunter Dickinson that I know is supposed to blow an 11-point lead, get down 10, realize that his entire team on the wing isn't making, realize Nick Timberlake's 0 for 3, realize Marco Jackson's 0 for 3, and he's supposed to start finger pointing. He's supposed to hit the podium and literally say, guys got to realize this isn't the CAA anymore. That's what he's supposed to do. He did that for 3 years with Michigan. He would play great, get his numbers, lose games, and then blame people. So I don't know what to make of this, man. Hunter, it was a great performance on the court, clearly. It still came with the pointing to his nuts. He hits the big 3 at halftime and bam, apparently that's not going away with Bill Self here. I don't know what to make of it. Apparently there is a world where Hunter Dickinson, being the same Hunter Dickinson we know and love, is just the best player in the country on the best team in the country. That's terrifying to me.
Yeah, it's Kansas Keto Hunter as well. Looks in great shape.
Great shape. We love that. He might be on the me regimen right now. He looks like he's been running a mile every morning and eating fruit.
Or not eating in your case.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot, except for deep dish at 2 a.m. when I'm with you, because live it up. I love Carter Elliott. Winner number 2 for me. I'll be curious what you think of these last 2 winners for me. Winner number 2 for me is Duke fans. Duke fans. Variety of reasons why. So we had the Duke fans sitting in front of us like kitty corner, right? Who pretty objectively seemed like some of the most annoying people I've ever seen watch a basketball game. I think you and I would agree on that. With that said, they were passionate. They had some nice jerseys. Somebody had a Shire jersey. I kind of liked that. There was some heritage there. I liked it. Here's why Duke fans win. They get every call. they just get every call. That's got to be fun.
I mean, yeah.
Like
I learned a lot about Kyle Filipowski in this game. I did not know that man flops all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like all over.
Plays for whistles. Yeah, the whole fan base plays for whistles. That's what I came away with. Like they were looking around like we're supposed to get these. We're Duke, and I just sort of had the realization like, wow, it would kind of be a nice luxury to have to be a Duke fan, just knowing you get that. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. So in that sense, they're a winner to me. And also add to it, they get to root for John Shire, who just like is going to pull the #1 recruiting class, keep them all for his sophomore year, and just keep doing it. Like John Shire's not supposed to go toe to toe with Tom Izzo and win his first game. And like,
does that include like the young Duke fans?
I think it includes all Duke fans for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Even the ones who haven't earned their stripes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I said stripes. You don't like stripes.
No, it's just like, your nephew Carter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know my nephew.
Yeah. When TJ hears that, he's going to really tear me up on that one. I love your nephew, Carter. I love his name. I love his swag. I love everything about him. If he was a Duke fan, he would be one of the most punchable kids of all time. It just is what it is.
I say this with so much love. My guess would be that Carter would be a Duke fan. My guess on his whole, the way he carries himself on the field, on the pitch. I think he would be like Grayson Allen. He's that type of athlete. He's a great player.
Yeah.
He's a menace. All right, let's move on. I love you, Carter, if my nephew's listening to this. My third winner, Rob Dillingham. Third and final winner.
Yeah.
Kid's sick. So fun.
Honestly, it's the full experience too. You got to enjoy it. Like, you can't just love Rob Dillingham at 4 threes in 90 seconds. You got to love Rob Dillingham at 4 threes in 90 seconds. And at the end of the game, when he takes a tough corner tray air ball and it's an awful shot, you just got to embrace the whole experience of Dillingham. And it's a great ride and experience to be on. Like, if you're not on it, I highly recommend giving it a go.
Are you in or out on the Thrillingham nickname? I'm out on it big time.
I'm out on it. I just think Rob Dillingham as a name is just fire enough.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't think you need to spice it up. It's Rob Dillingham.
Also his Instagram name is Rob with the shifts.
With the shifts?
Yeah, instead of with the shits, it's with the shifts. Like shifty.
Okay. I wish it was just with the shits, but it's okay. Shifts is fine. All right. That was, those are my winners. You want to do your losers really quick? We don't need to spend as much time on losers, but I'm curious how much overlap we will have here.
Okay. Losers, I will go Michigan State spacing, AJ Hogard, and Michigan State shooting.
I can tell you put a lot of time and thought into that one.
Honorable mention, Antonio Reeves.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a really good one. The Kentucky guards, I still am baffled by it. When I listen back to the segment with Sweeney, like, it seems like everybody's takeaway was just like, damn, Kentucky's really good. And I'm like, their guards were so bad at shooting in this game. But like, I agree from watching it. I was like, wow, they are really good. It was wild. Like, Antonio Reeves, I thought was horrible last night. And he's supposed to be like their, if not best player, one of their best players. And it's kind of weird that both of those are happening concurrently. It's funny to me that you and I both did not have Antonio Reeves in our 3, though. I know you were doing the Michigan State bit, but I don't have Reeves in my 3. Loser number 1 for me, Xavier Booker. Can I say it? He shouldn't have gone to Michigan State. Shouldn't have done it.
I mean, I can't blame that statement for. It's got to be frustrating and tough for him to watch what our front court does and not be given the opportunity.
Shouldn't have done it. And if it changes, I'll change my tone. But 2 weeks into the season, I mean, the guy was on NBA radars, and right now the narrative is he can't beat out Mady Sissoko. That's tough. I don't know.
Not a good narrative.
There's a bazillion other schools in the country that would just play him, even if they aren't winning games. And right now, Michigan State's not winning games. They still won't play him. It's insane to me. It's also not. I'm asking for like 3 minutes a half. Just give him a run. Give him one run in the second half, and I'm quiet about this. It's crazy. Crazy to me.
Anything.
It's crazy. Loser number 2 for me, the United Center guy that yells.
Yes.
I've talked about this in group chats to people directly to their face, to you for like an hour last night. There's just a guy who's on payroll at the United Center to just yell. That's his job. And like he's like the entertainment guy where like a timeout comes on, he goes down the court like, all righty, kids, we got Jake from Duke, we got Jesse from Kansas. They're going at that. Who can make a layup? Let's go. Like that's his job. That's his whole job. But he just yells. Like he just yells a lot. He doesn't have any nuance to the role. Like that's a nuanced role. You got to know when to yell and know when to facilitate, know when to play the rhythm of the moment. Let the moment breathe a little bit. This man doesn't let anything breathe. He just yells. And I was, again, in my job hunt phase, I was on Indeed.com trying to see if there's a listing for a United Center yelling guy. Because if this guy's making 6 figures to yell during TV timeouts, I need that job.
I respect it. I just, he needs to get rid of his fastball, or just like he just, like, we've seen him in 5 settings. He does the same thing every time.
Yeah, he's just always there too, right? Like we said we saw him at other events, and now he's still here. I wasn't expecting him to be there 6 months later from the last time we saw him. Convinced he might live in the United Center. Honestly, I don't like it. The United Center kind of scares me, by the way. Yeah, I know you said it's a winner. United Center kind of scares me.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is about it either, but like if a arena was haunted and or somebody did live in an arena, it would be in the United Center.
That elevator up to the 7th floor where it's just like office rooms was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and like all the equipment up there is like extremely old.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some devious decisions have been made up there. That was my read. Final loser of me for the Champions Classic. John Calipari is a loser.
What?
I thought he got punked by Bill Self in this game.
How so?
I don't think Cal did anything to go at Hunter's weaknesses on offense or defense, and that was really frustrating for me to watch.
Okay, I will agree to disagree on that, but I would disagree on that. I think that Cal actually did a good job of using Trey Mitchell to kind of pull Hunter out.
They didn't put him in any pick and roll situations at all. Like that's the number one thing Hunter can't do. And they did not drag Hunter out as the guy who was like guarding the pick and roll. They didn't do it once.
Yeah, true.
I just kept waiting. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And then meanwhile on offense, it's just like, oh yeah, we're just going to guard you with a 6'7" guy. Like I've never seen Hunter Dickinson have an easier 29 in his life than last night. And I get like, ooh, it's the big Hunter Dickinson moment. Give him credit. He was my number one winner. But like, to me, Cal is the reason Hunter's the winner. Like Cal handed that entire game to him on a silver platter without making it tough. And but at the same time, Cal's offense looks a little modern. So I guess he can win and lose this time. But he was a loser to me. I thought Bill Self punked him, had a better game plan, and Kansas wins.
Your angle should have been, though, Cal is a loser because he did not get Hunter. If this Kentucky team has Hunter, how good are they?
You're right. That's a way better angle.
You like that?
Yeah. Just pretend I went with that angle. That's a really good angle. I like that angle. All right. Those are our winners and losers. Champions Classic was really fun. Thank you to the Champions Classic for having us. And thank you to everyone for buying my lie that we had only one credential on the line. We had two.
Fib.
You're right. Sorry. Fib.